Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
Khanna calls for all members of Congress to immediately return to D.C. and vote on his bill to strip Trump of the ability to drag America into war with Iran. What do you think they should do? Immediately return to D.C. and vote on his bill to strip Trump of his ability to drag America into war with Iran. Immediately return to D.C. and vote on his bill to strip Trump of his ability to drag America into war with Iran, and then order a pizza. Get their asses to D.C. and vote on his bill to strip Trump of his ability to drag America into war with Iran, and then impeach his ass, and then order a pizza. Too late, we just bombed 3 Iranian nuclear sites. It's never too late. 3 attacks then stopping is better than turning Iran into 1970s Laos. The goal is to turn Iran into 1970s Laos. A big fractured wasteland poses less of a risk to Israel, so that's the objective. Seems pretty silly to me. We will gleefully murder as many people as it takes to let Israel continue the divinely ordained mass murder campaign against civilians. I really want to know what Republicans are actually thinking in private. Fox News will tell them shortly. Right now it's being played up like this was the only way to prevent Iran from having a nuclear weapon, even though our own intelligence services were telling us earlier this year that Iran was not building a nuclear weapon. So they are just recycling the WMD excuse from the Iraq War. A lot of the same people are falling for it again. Edit, for anybody who wants to try to stuff somebody who is using the nuclear bomb as an excuse, here you go. https://apnews.com/article/gabbard-trump-intelligence-iran-nuclear-program-51C8D85D536F86288707C1110X05BB5118. Our own intelligence agencies do not believe that Iran was building a nuclear weapon and told that to Congress earlier this year. Donald Trump is now publicly disagreeing with our own intelligence services while engaging in warfare over a claim he has provided no public evidence to support. This is the Iraq War WMD excuse, except way more clumsy. Edit 2, https://www.upi.com/archives/1984/04/24/ayatollah-bomb-in-production-for-iran/4490451630800/. Just for fun, here's an article claiming Iran was 2 years away from a nuclear weapon from 41 years ago. Edit 3, I'm getting bombarded with insults and Reddit cares messages, so I'm just going to disable notifications for this post. Congress should have been there to stop him in the first place. That anyone is even allowed to run after staging a coup to overturn an election is beyond me anyway. Because our founding fathers didn't think that Americans would be brain-dead enough to vote for a criminal. If you voted for him, you should be first in line to go over there and fight his BS war. No doubt this will set us up for retaliation, which will lead to full-blown war. Also, stop trying to sell off our public lands, assholes. MAGA voters will lose their children in this war and still vote Republican. Yep, and they'll see losing him as a good thing because it was for the good of our country. Quote, I'm sure Susan Collins has already begun the process of having deep concerns. The brow is attempting to furrow. Where the FCK is the leadership from Schumer. He's waiting for a poll to tell him if Trump's numbers are low enough that it's worth his time getting a focus group to tell him what position he should take on this. Nope, he's calling AIPAC to request an increase in his campaign contributions because he's giving them exactly what they want. He's in AIPAC's pocket. We just bombed Iran, it doesn't matter what Congress does now. We are at war. He'd probably vote against Khanna's call to action. Too late, I think. He just said that he bombed Iran already, right? Yup, we knew that was coming this morning, last night when the bombers took off. He did it so they strike back, hitting American bases, killing American troops, civilians. It's all by design. Trump is free of consequences. The rest of the world isn't. Removed. Buddy, that ship has sailed. Iran isn't going to not go to war with us after we bombed them, even if Congress says we're not at war. Trump just unilaterally declared war and our sons and daughters will be the ones paying the price. Again, highly doubt Don Jr., Eric or Barron will be sacrificed like the rest of our kids though. Why are people still acting like we live within a functional democracy? This right here. The rules are made up and the points don't matter. Whose crime is it anyway? Grow a fucking spine and remove this incompetent bog creature from office. Build a time machine and go back and stop Congress from passing the War Powers Resolution of 1973 or the authorization for use of military force in 2001. Congress handed this power to the president instead of checking and balancing. I'd bet you a lot of people here don't know about this and really think that what Trump did is illegal. Trump already dropped the bombs. I think it's too little, too late. A running theme in the Democratic Party as of late. Republican does thing. Democrats should have stopped them sooner. This train of thought is worn out. What does this have to do with Dems if Trump is unilaterally doing this? Blame the correct person, party. Immediately return to DC and vote on his bill to strip Trump of his ability to drag America into war with Iran. What I want is a new not insane president. What will happen is a pat on Trump's back. Guess you should have voted. Thanks, by the way. You're disqualified from complaining. You caused this. What I want is a new not insane president. Doesn't vote but wants a sane president. Lol, you losers are why we are in this predicament. Immediately return to DC and strip Trump of all presidential power. He just went to war with Iran without Congress. I'm Canadian and I fucking knew he can't do that. Honest to God, so many fucking committee meetings about what to do with a demented psychotic felon while he's destroying global trade, kidnapping people on American soil because they're not white. Smashing the relationship Canada and the US have had, and now ordering strikes on nuclear sites in another country. Fucking do something, damn it. Your government is useless. Exclamation mark. Just FYI, these strikes are legal under the War Powers Resolution. This is the same authority that Biden, Obama, etc. used to order strikes in Syria and Yemen and so on. The president does have the authority to conduct military action unilaterally, as long as the forces don't remain abroad longer than 60 days. The resolution itself is constitutionally controversial, but so far accepted by Congress, and as above, both Republican and Democrat presidents have consistently used its powers. Well, no, he can order military missions. He cannot declare war, however, as only Congress has that ability. Either way, fuck him. He just went to war with Iran without Congress. I'm Canadian and I fucking knew he can't do that. That is where you are wrong. All the wars the US have been in since WW2 haven't been Congress-declared wars. The executive get to play a fun game of executive action that leads to forced Congress backing for its wars. Orange fucker don't give a fuck. Republicans are his little bitches now. He promised to end the two war, now he starts another one. We are fucked. A little too late, isn't it? Is there even a point anymore? America has already directly attacked Iran and killed its people. If we send Trump to Tehran in a box wrapped like a Christmas ham with a note pinned to it that says, sorry, we could probably get out of it as fast as he got us into it. Bots not even trying anymore. Several comments with the same typos. Not to mention that this entire subreddit is bots posting, how does today's headline make you feel? This website is past the tipping point toward death. It's dead. Too late, he bombed Iran. Why does most of Reddit support terrorists? Most of Reddit is bots and teenagers, morons, what do you expect? I'm tired of all the nonsense. It's time we all call it out. Is really just the anti-Trump sentiment. If he had not bombed Iran, everyone here would be calling him weak. We did what needed to be done in Iran. Everyone here is just too blind to see it. You nailed it honestly, I'm tired of the nonsense. Most people don't support war. Iran have a population of 90 million people. Are you telling me every single one of them are terrorists? If you are, then I'm calling you a racist bigot. There are terrorists in America too. Does that mean everyone in America are terrorists too? Iran's government is actually, so the answer to your question is, yes, those in charge of the nukes are in fact terrorists that the vast majority of the Iranians want out of power. Never said anything like that. I didn't say, kill them all. The country literally supports terrorists. I don't want Iran to have nuclear power. They can enrich uranium to a point where it is used for power generation. Beyond that, that region of the world does not need a nuclear bomb. It is less disastrous to blow that building up than ask Iran to stop. Disastrous meaning lives lost. This is a war that no one wants. Trump and company want it, use it to stay in power. Exactly that. To start. Well, they're going to have to repeal the War Powers Act, so good luck with that. Well, only Congress can declare war. So is the actual bill going to remove Trump's ability to order military strikes? Because that's a power that past presidents have had, and arguably has value in today's world. I don't think people understand just how many missiles are dropped on a weekly basis. Or how many are actually sanctioned by governments those missiles land in. Pakistan, African nations, they are jointly agreed upon. The only ones that really weren't obviously Iraq and Afghanistan, Libya and then Syria during the fight against ISIS. Impeach him. He is the commander-in-chief. He has 60 days to give Congress a reason why troops are deployed for a reason. Anything beyond that, and he needs Congress approval. Does anyone actually have government in high school anymore, or are people being homeschooled too much? This is Reddit. It's all good guys and bad guys. This website is rooting for Iran. Ironically, since Iran is the actual Handmaid's Tale, everyone is afraid of USA becoming, but even worse. It's Handmaid's Tale with terror proxies. Seems tardy. Khanna's goal in life is to be on MSNBC more than any other politician. He didn't have that right to begin with. Fuck Trump. Republicans hate America. Full-on war actions with zero congressional agreement. Impeachment time. That is not how this works. Congress hasn't declared war since WW2. He has authorized 90 days of military action without congressional approval. We aren't going into a war with Iran. We are finishing off Iran's final way out of surrender. The only chance the regime had was to rush nuclear weapons. The only chance the regime has now is intervention by China. If the people of Iran move now, they can retake control of their country. A tactical strike is very different from getting mired in a war with boots on the ground. The regime's sleeper cells don't exist. They have no OPSEC at this point. This wasn't the beginning, this was the beginning of the end.